Leaving my family was the hardest and most painful decision I ever made. For years, I felt trapped in a passionless marriage, where the daily routine sucked all the energy and joy I once had. My 2 teenage children, although my greatest joy, were also part of this exhausting routine. My eldest son was in high school, about to graduate, and my daughter was beginning to face the challenges of adolescence. I felt responsible for them, but at the same time, I was suffocating. The reunion with a college friend happened by chance, at an alumni gathering. There he was, my old friend from carefree days. The conversation flowed naturally, and the connection was immediate. We reminisced about our youth, the parties, the laughter, and how life seemed full of possibilities. These feelings rekindled a flame inside me, a flame I thought had been extinguished long ago. We started meeting more frequently, and each encounter intensified what we felt. He made me feel alive again, something I hadn't felt in years. Eventually, this attraction became impossible to ignore, and I found myself torn between the security of my family and the excitement of a new love. Finally, the temptation was too great. I wrote a letter to my husband explaining my feelings and left home, leaving everything behind. I went to live a torrid romance with that college friend. For 2 years, we were inseparable. We traveled, explored new places, laughed, and enjoyed every moment as if it were the last. The passion was overwhelming, and for the first time in a long time, I felt alive. However, as time passed, reality began to infiltrate our paradise. The responsibilities I had left behind started to haunt me. The absence of my children became unbearable. I remembered the discussions about school, my son's soccer games, and the deep conversations with my daughter about her dreams and fears. I missed being a mother, being present in their lives. I realized that the emptiness I felt could not be filled by passion alone. I missed my family, my life before all this. I began to see how much I had hurt the people who loved me the most. One day, I looked in the mirror and barely recognized the woman reflected back. I decided I needed to correct my mistake. With a heavy heart and full of regret, I contacted my husband. He answered the phone with a cold and distant voice. I explained that I was deeply sorry and wanted to come home. The silence on the other end was deafening. He said he needed time to think. In the days that followed, I anxiously awaited his response. When he finally agreed to meet, I was met with a mix of anger and sadness. I knew I had a long road ahead to regain his and my children's trust. Coming back home was difficult, and the first weeks were tense and filled with distrust. My children, especially, were hurt and confused. I knew I would have to work hard to repair the damage I had caused. Over time, we began to rebuild our lives together. I actively participated in my children's lives, going to my son's soccer games and helping my daughter with her school projects. I showed them that I was there to stay. With my husband, we had many difficult but necessary conversations. It was a slow and painful process, but gradually, trust was being restored. Today, looking back, I see that the experience taught me valuable lessons about love, responsibility, and forgiveness. I know I am fortunate to have had a second chance with my family. I am committed to never again let the search for a fleeting passion blind me to what truly matters. I learned that true love and happiness come from commitment and the daily building of a life together. Returning home also made me realize the importance of being present in small, everyday moments. Helping my daughter with her homework, cooking together on Sundays, watching my son's games. All these moments are precious. They represent the essence of family life that I neglected in search of something that, in the end, wasn't real. I realized that true joy comes from these small acts of love and care. Moreover, this experience brought me a new perspective on forgiveness and human resilience. My husband, who had every reason to reject me, chose to give me a second chance. My children, despite the pain and confusion, opened their hearts to me again. This act of forgiveness is not just a gift I received, but also a responsibility I carry every day. I am dedicated to honoring this second chance, being a better wife and mother, and valuing the life I have with my family.
Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to our Messages and Messages channel. Until the next video.